Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Whisky. Another week off there, been super busy. If you've seen on my socials, I've been kind of everywhere helping out whisky festivals and meeting lots of whisky folk from the whisky community. It's been absolutely amazing to see some people, especially in the Bon Accord last weekend. That was an amazing experience to see you all. But what I've got here this week is a Lowland. We've got Lochlea, relatively new, 2018. This was founded down in kind of Ayrshire, Kilmarnock area. Kilmarnock we probably know mostly as being famous for some of its blends that we may know in the Johnny Walker times, big bottling halls and things. It's not there anymore. But Lochlea is founded in 2018. We had John Campbell, who had 27 years experience with the whisky industry, and he had 16 years as at Lefroy. He came over and he started the whole production of this. Unfortunately, he's recently just left the Lochlea after starting there, so just about 6 years he'd been. But what I've got here is a Lochlea Cask Strength batch number 2. I've had this in the glass for a wee bit because I thought I'd kind of give it time to breathe. It's going to be a strong one, 60% ABV, non-chill filtered, natural colour. Some of the things that we really look for in whisky these days, what I enjoy anyway. This only holds, it's about 200,000 litres per year they're making, which isn't a lot in whisky terms when we look at some of the kind of big hitters out there, right? But they're making some quality whisky. They've put a lot out there. They had their first age statement, which came last year as a 5-year-old, and they've got loads of different kind of cask finishes. The makeup of this one here is PX, so Pedro Jimenez sherry, Oloroso, and STR cask, so shaved, toasted, and recharred casks. The colour is unbelievable on this, 60% as well. So it's the closest we're kind of getting to single cask territory here. We're getting really high ABV. It's probably not going to be too far off the fill level. I'm not sure what it'll be, but maybe 64% ABV, something like that. So I'm excited to try this again. I tried this at the Whisky Festival. My friend Alex, who actually is one of the brand ambassadors for Lochlea, was telling me all about it. I said, I need to try this. He's gifted me just a little bit left here, and I was able to try it on a day, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping again, because I've had no whiskey today, I've just had a black coffee, just trying to palatise my palate, make it quite neutral, and see how we get on. I've got my little pipette ready this time because you know me, I'm prone for forgetting that. So I wanted to see how this goes. It's a non-peated whiskey. It's a Lowland whiskey, slightly different style. One of my favourite whiskies before has been a Bladnoch, which is a Lowland. So I'm looking forward to this. It's famous. Robert Burns has worked at this farmer in this area as well. So it's got a lot of kind of history to it for being very young. It's kind of pulled in from a lot of that history. I think it was like 1777 to 1784 or something along those lines. My history's not as good. Batch one of this was kind of bourbon front, bourbon and Oloroso, but this time they just went full sherry bomb. So if you like a sherry bomb, we're getting into winter, we're getting into colder seasons. It's for me, that's cask strength sherried whiskies. This is a one to start, hopefully. So we'll give it a wee swirl in the glass. Always check the legs to see where this is going to go. So they're not even dropping yet from that swirl. They're just sticking. Like this is going to be longevity, viscous, thick. There's a couple starting to come down now, but look at the colour. My daft face through that as well. So this is going to be, I don't know, really, really different on the palate, I think, compared to other cask strengths that I've had before. So let's see what we get on the nose. It's sherry, absolutely sherry bomb. I don't even get the alcohol on that. It's 60%. It's really hidden in behind the PX and Oloroso. It's like jammy marmalade, forest kind of marmalade. It's the thicker side of your fruits. It's not fresh fruits. It's gooey, sticky. Do you know, there's an undertone of a kind of dairy note, like it's like a soft cheese. There's a cheese note in there as well. So kind of looking towards charcuterie board style now, softer meats, the meats and chutneys and a little bit of cheese there. But there is a freshness on the forefront as well. It's like syrup you would put on an ice cream that you would get from the ice cream van or ice cream truck if you ask for a little drizzle of, you know, strawberry syrup or something along those lines. There's an underlying floral note as well. It's got a wonderful nose, and that is really hard for me to compute just now how that's 60% and I'm not getting it. And it's not got that young note to it as well, young whiskey. You know, if we're looking at 2018 here, we're looking at 6 years old. This probably isn't going to be the oldest stock that they've got, right? This is going to be in that realm of four, probably. I would maybe guess about a 4 year old, maybe five. But it doesn't have that youthfulness to it. There is just a bit of grip and life to it. Right, let's get it on the palate. Let's see if anything changed from those. You can start seeing the legs now. Hopefully that's look how long that's. I'm not even slowed this down. That's how long they're taking to go down. Slange everyone. It's a soft oakiness to that. There is a sweetness staying forefront. It's a more kind of floralness to it now. Rose water, rose petal. As if you've pulled the berries off from its branches. You've got a little bit of greenery still left within that. That's in there as well. That kind of freshness to it. Chewy, thick as expected. Mouthfeel, unbelievable. ABV, yeah, I've just got that 'cause it's the first dram of the day. I think when I revisit this, I'll get a little bit more now. It's candied sweets. Okay. It's still staying thick. Mouthfeel, chewy. It's stuck in a really good way. I think now adding some water is what's going to be needed, and I'm going to I'm not going to be shy on it here. We'll see if we can watch it part between. Oh. So hopefully the camera's picked up there, but you just see the alcohol and the water there just breaking apart. There's a cheesiness to it, and I love that. It's honestly, it's like a charcuterie board, a chutney of darker flavours, cheese, and a little bit meaty. Wonderful. It's like a balsamic glaze popping through. A little bit of wood in the nose now. That little bit of water. It's wonderful. And it's weird that there's a fudgy note to it as well. I don't know if that's more smelling the texture on there that I've just got that in my mind. So let's see that it's wonderful in the nose. I love that. Wonderful balance of oak to sherry ratio. Even though this is a sherry bomb, it's not overtly sweet in what I thought it was going to be. There is a definite character to it. As I say, the heavy notes and the meatiness to it, the softer dairy note to it as well, with a soft cheese I'm getting in the background. and in front with that chutney, which was always going to be expected with the cask makeup. But this just isn't a in your face, complete, utter sherry bomb of sweetness. There's character. It's complex, which I think is great for a young whiskey. I like it without water. I can't believe this is 60% the way this drinks. I genuinely can't believe it. And this is a cask strength batch 2. It's wonderful. I think this is one I'll need to keep an eye on going forward for batch 3 and so forth, and see what they do in the next one. This came out in June. It might be next summer again for batch 3, but the bottle and everything is just wonderful. It's an absolute cracking shape. An ideal. But I'm going to go and finish. I think I need to pour another one and sit with this. This is wonderful. I'm enjoying this for first dram of the day, shall we say, and a nice wee review. But again, as always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for leaving comments. Thanks for liking the videos. Thanks for just being part of this wee journey of mine. I do appreciate it. But as always, join me next week and let's talk whiskey. Thanks.